The founder of Bartlett Maritime envisioned a solution to that problem. It's an innovative solution. It carries the urgency that the problem demands. Throughout the past 5 years, as that proposed solution evolved, our founder, Ed Bartlett, never wavered from his dedication to the company's purpose for which it was created, to build affordable, effective capacity in the submarine industrial base at speed. Ed Bartlett's a Navy sailor, submariner, an engineer, a business executive, and an author. He's also a team builder. And it's his dedication to making sure the nation has the Navy we need that's brought these two teams, Bartlett Maritime and the Boilermakers, together today. So, ladies and gentlemen,
it continues to be an essential part of the nation's shipbuilding industrial base. Just a couple of blocks from here are 2 museum ships which provide examples of this long shipbuilding industry history here in Cleveland. The SS William G. Mather, the ship that built Cleveland, is famous for her wartime service bringing iron ore from the Upper Lakes down to the steel mills in Cleveland to support World War II production. She was the flagship for Cleveland Cliffs, a company which today still provides specialized steels required for our Navy's warships. The USS Cod, a Second World War II submarine with still operational engines built right here in Cleveland, is famous for her own wartime exploits in the Pacific, and later this summer will host more than 500 U.S. Navy submarine veterans, as well as Vice Admiral Robert Goucher, today's commander of the submarine forces in our Navy, to celebrate national service at the annual Subvets Convention. On Cleveland's east side, a company known as BWXT makes critical parts for every single nuclear-powered ship in the U.S. Navy, as does BWXT's other plant down in Barberton. Finally, over on Cleveland's west side, our friends at AT&F make complex structures for submarines and aircraft carriers. There are also many other smaller companies which are key to the Navy's shipbuilding industry right here in Northeast Ohio. Yes, it is so very perfect that we launched this national program right here in Cleveland, the heart of the industrial Midwest. In our ongoing pilot program, which this union contract is a central element, a significant achievement, we're working to fill the gap in the nation's shipbuilding programs, which need to provide 150,000 additional skilled trades personnel over the next decade. We hope to fill a significant portion of that through the program that we're debuting here and piloting with our friends in the Boilermakers. Through this rotational workforce program, skilled trades, starting with welders from Cleveland and all over the United States, will be able to finally work in the shipbuilding sector from the construction sector of the Boilermakers Union. Great jobs supporting national security without having to uproot their families and move. Live here, work there on a recurring rotational basis. This agreement that we're signing today makes it possible for the first time for this to occur. It opens an entirely new group of skilled trades, great workers to the shipbuilding industry, which are so desperately needed to build the ships that our nation needs for national security. More highly qualified skilled tradesmen, they win, the company wins, the Navy wins, national security wins. Everybody wins in this program. This is the best kind of program you can run. Everybody's a winner today, and to help us celebrate this groundbreaking national union contract. I want to take a moment to acknowledge Mr. Brock, representative from the Secretary of the Navy, and also acknowledge my friend and mentor, Admiral Skip Bowman. He was the first person that I talked to after we came up with this crazy idea. We have this infamous habit of having crab cakes together for lunch, and over a crab cake lunch we talked about this, and he told me that it was a good idea, we ought to go do it.
Brotherhood of Boilermakers, Iron Shipbuilders, Blacksmiths, Forgers, and Helpers, AFL-CIO, and/or its subordinate bodies represent individuals performing Boilermaker construction sector work throughout the United States, and whereas
principally in the spring and the fall. This fills in those gaps. This gives them an opportunity to make significant man hours that they wouldn't otherwise have the opportunity to make. And I'll close with this. Ed mentioned Dan, our vice president, who is a CB, by the way, almost. So, He mentioned Luke and Blaine. There was one other guy here, J.R. Bowen. He represents the workers in the facility where we believe the initial launch will be. So he'll be integral to making sure that we're successful there. We look forward to working this and making sure that everybody is successful here. So with that, I'll just say thank you for the opportunity to be here.